What's up, beautiful people? In today's video, I'll be playing the 8.0 American T54 auto-loading medium. Before we get started, I've got a few announcements. First, I just want to say thank you to those of you who have been supporting me from the very beginning, and a future thank you to those of you who are not yet, but decided to do so after this was posted. Second, I'm doing a giveaway for a free copy of Hell Let Loose, PC Edition, or Escape from Tarkov, but I know that you want to get into the video, so stick around if you want to win a free game. I'm going to put that at the end of the video. So what is the T54? Well, it's a giant hunk of crappy premium steel at 8.0. I'll throw its stats up on the screen now, and I won't forget like I did in the last video. The T54's got a decent gun for the BR, firing a 105mm auto-loading cannon with heat FS. It holds 9 rounds in the first stage ammo rack with 1 in the chamber, for a total of 10 rounds with a 5-second reload. That's actually incredible for a 105mm gun, because that equates to 10 rounds downrange in 1 minute. Decent penetration allows you to deal with most threats of this BR. If you can manage to catch a down tier in this thing, you'll be farming all kinds of kills and assists no problem. Now, it's important to note that this tank is classified as a medium tank, and I don't think it should be. It's pretty slow for being considered a medium tank. The mobility reminds me a bit of a Panther, just big, thick, and not very fast. Although I'm sure a lot of the weight this thing picks up comes from the oscillating turret mounted on top. I'm sure I'm making it sound way crappier than it really is. It's really not that bad, believe me, this thing can be far worse, but it does well to manage with what it's got. I would encourage you to play this tank behind cover or even flank with it. You've got a huge advantage when it comes to fire superiority. You could easily get up behind a few guys and take them all out in just a few seconds, especially with the heat FS at your disposal. Though, if you get caught out in the open, I wouldn't bank on surviving a hit from the enemy. Like I said, this thing is a medium tank and it has medium tank armor. Obviously, you could very well bounce a few shots from smaller caliber guns, but once you reach 90mm guns and heat FS or even APDS, they really start to just poke holes in your armor. So if you're going to make any brave or risky plays, I would think long and hard before committing to that idea of yours. So now that I've told you a little bit about the T54, let's rate it on a scale of 1 to 5. Let's start with firepower. Firepower I give a 4 out of 5. With the ability to shoot upwards of 10 rounds in under a minute gives you a huge advantage over your opponent. The round this tank fires is pretty good for what it is, but I think it could be better. I mean, you get 380mm of pen, maybe I'm just being nitpicky, but the heat FS is great in a down tier, because there really isn't a whole lot of vehicles with space armor or ERA elements. But if you get up tiered, you can pretty much kiss the effectiveness of your heat goodbye. Moving on to armor, I give a score of 2 out of 5. The armor on this thing is a joke. At a down tier, you'll be able to bounce a couple rounds from smaller caliber guns, but once you start getting into the same tier, or even up tiers, your armor does nothing to protect you. Which leads me into my next rating, the mobility. Mobility gets a score of 3 out of 5. This tank is not very fast. It is faster than I'm leading on, but you can't make any bold plays with it, because if you get caught out in the open, you're going to be turned into some form of cheese. It's very bad. Do not recommend. A tier. So how do we get a survivability score? Well, we take our score from mobility and we take our score from armor and we average them. So when we average those two scores, we get a subpar survivability score of 2.5. Overall, the T54 achieves a final score of 2.87 out of 5, or a 57%. This tank is fun if you want an autoloader, but if that's all you're looking for, I would recommend the French Samoa. It's got similar mobility, but better armor. Cannot recommend the T54 because I do not think that it is worth the money. If I were you, I would look at buying something else. Now, if you made it this far, it's because you're here and you're trying to win a free copy of Hell Let Loose or Escape from Tarkov. If you are new here, these are the two games that I've been playing the most outside of War Thunder. If you want to enter my giveaway, you got to do 3 things. 1, you got to subscribe to my YouTube channel. 2, you have to follow me on twitch.tv/psychokilla. And 3, join my Discord, head over to General and find the announcements tab, and throw a reaction on my giveaway post to let me know that you've done everything. Links to everything will be in the description. You must be a member of my Discord, because this is how I'll be contacting you if you happen to win. Drawing will happen on August 30th, so if you're watching this after the 30th, you've already missed your chance. But feel free to join anyways, because we will be doing more giveaways in the future. After you've done all that, you are officially entered. Good luck, thanks for watching, I appreciate you.